Okie dokie. So we opened up this episode of Raw with something refreshing. We opened up, instead of a promo segment, Chris Jericho versus Fandango in the dance-off. It kind of started off as a promo segment, and yes, while it did go on quite long, I did feel this was a decent opener, generally better than we get from the usual openers. Fandango was getting some pretty good heat during this segment, especially when the crowd wasn't silent. He ends up attacking Chris Jericho from behind after Jericho showed concern for Summer Rae, who faked the injury. This could have been a little bit shorter, but it was still fine to start off Raw, I thought.
To be honest, I really thought this was too long. It was advertised as dance off. They take about 15 minutes to get to the actual advertisement thing. The promo work good. They could have done a whole segment promo work, but no, it was meant to be a dance off. I just thought the opener dragged, but when they started fighting against each other, at least that is some build up to what's yet to come.
Ryback versus Zack Ryder in a squash match. That's all you need to know. Sweet Tea and Brodus Clay versus the Primetime Jobbers. Primetime Jobbers got to win.
I really don't think that's going to mean anything, because if they are going to start to get a push or build up, they've delayed it too long.
Oh, and by the way, Jericho and Fandango has been announced for Extreme Rules. That should be a decent match. WWE were really promoting their app a lot more than the actual pay-per-view, weren't they? You didn't really come from the show thinking, man, WWE actually have an app.
They were advertising what?
An app, yeah. The WWE have an app. Did you know?
No.
You never would have known from all the advertisements, would you? They didn't even advertise it. Yeah, fuck that. We had a World Heavyweight Championship statement. We had the Dolph Ziggler will not be stripped of the World Heavyweight Championship, but it will be Del Rio versus Swagger in an I Quit match for the number one contendership. That's fine. I mean, I was looking forward to the ladder match, but Ziggler can't make it, so at least they're not taking the belt off him.
I think ladder matches are stuff that fans want to see. I Quits does go by the skills of the wrestlers to try and make the other one quit. So either match is good. So I'm looking forward to Ziggler keeping his title for another month and for this match to be in a more contendership.
To be honest, all the focus has been on Del Rio and Swagger anyway, so to be honest, it's probably best that Ziggler isn't involved, to be honest. Kofi Kingston versus Damian Sandow. This is a squash for Kofi Kingston to win, and once again, he's not being job fodder to main event talent. I was a bit upset that Sandow wasn't singing this week, even though he said it was by popular demand. It looks like we're going to be getting Kofi versus Dean Ambrose for Extreme Rules, and maybe I think I can see Ambrose winning this one.
They advertised, they said that we're getting this match. Yes, 1 week they were showing that Ambrose could be one of the tag people going for the tag titles, but instead he's going with this feud with Kofi. And it should be a good thing, because now the Shield are taking the extra step forward in the WWE.
We had a segment with Mark Henry where he demonstrated the rules and how to win a strap match. He basically tells Josh Matthews to reluctantly put the strap on and drags him around the ring to touch each corner. Kind of makes that SmackDown segment seem like a lot more sense now, the fact that he was dragging some trucks. I just wish they would have told us the rules of this a little bit earlier, so those segments could have made a little bit more sense to us more new school fans that don't really know what strap matches, the rules are, etc., especially myself.
Even though we had Mark Henry demonstrating how it should go, this is the only week that I personally felt the match is what we're getting. Because weeks before, strength, and this week they actually used the whips, they beat each other up, Sheamus comes out, and I'm thinking, you've made us wait to the Garden show to do this. And by the way, WWE have an app done.
I don't know. I downloaded it. I think I got forced to by the fact that I got pretty much shoved it down my throat. I mean, I could pretty much go. There you go. There's the app. Do you want it? Pretty much got it shoved down my throat, MJ. Randy Orton versus Antonio Cesaro. After that promo last week where Cesaro said there was no competition in the WWE, he jumps to Randy Orton on main event, and now he's jumped to Randy Orton on Raw. What was the point of him cutting that promo saying there was no competition when he's just going to be doing the job to Randy Orton again?
The sad thing is, when the promo happened, yes, for weeks and weeks and weeks, Cesaro's not been... He's been against main events, but not winning. Maybe that gave some false hope, but it looks like Cesaro's pushed to wherever he's meant to be. He's not happening yet.
What a surprise, internet fans. The Miz versus Heath Slater. We had the return of The Miz, even though the crowd didn't really react like he returned, but there we go. Miz wins with the figure 4. It's nice to see Miz back. He's just filmed a movie, apparently. This was to set up a Miz versus Cody Rhodes pre-show match. Okay.
A match that we're all dying to see. If Miz was more over or with it and so with Cody, it could be a more exciting match. But the thing you've got to know about this is that WWE have an app.
Well, you could probably pick who wins this match. Who really
Most probably,
knows?
yes.
But I don't get Miz versus Cody Rhodes. That is a match that belongs on a pay-per-view, that belongs in a feud, that needs segments and promos. Oh, I don't know. I don't get it. Cena and Hell No versus Shield in an elimination match. I was surprised this wasn't the main event. I'm surprised the app didn't give us a little, pre up there and tell us it wasn't going to be the main event.
Wow.
The app that WWE keep. We should get an app, NJ. The British Fist app. No need to watch our reviews anymore. You can just go on the app. Yeah, skip the reviews. Go on the app for all you haters. So we finally get the news that it's going to be Reigns and Rollins versus Team Hell No in a tornado tag match. After all the main event segments they've had and everything on SmackDown, on Raw, they've only just announced it in passing on commentary on the Go Home show. This could have been a match that could have sold a couple of pay-per-views, and they've just left the Go Home show to announce.
Well, I'm not going to complain too much because the build's been there. They've had the build. They've built up to, yes, we knew we were going to get it. They've made us wait this far. They've had pretty good build. The match is set in place. Yes, any three of the Shield members could have been in this, but we've got a match set for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, one of 8. I think we got 3 matches announced tonight, which was desperately needed for this pay-per-view. It ends up falling down to Cena versus the Shield, and the Shield The Shield lost by DQ. They couldn't just beat Cena clean 3-on-1. No, they had to lose by DQ, didn't they?
The horrible thing about this is normally when it cancels down to Cena versus a group of wrestlers, he does what WWE have made him do best. He eliminates 2, gets down to 1, almost eliminates that, and they all come down to a big beatdown, which was good, but it's typical Cena until the beatdown.
Nexus. Yeah. So you get the beatdown on John Cena, fine. You have Ryback to come out and hit the chair on Cena's bad ankle, which is kind of smart, thinking of, John Cena's injury, being a last man standing match, etc. Still being a cowardly heel, though, Ryback, even though he should be a monster heel.
The thing I liked about this, at first I was against it. You had Ryback leave the ring, which was going to get us to complain that he didn't do anything. Came back, attacked Cena, took him out, which was good because obviously even the commentators pointed out he's attacking the ankle. But the thing you need to know about this match is that the WWE have an app.
Yeah, they have an app. Yeah, if you didn't know, they have an app. Jack Swagger versus Big E Langston. The WWE got to choose. Guess how they got to choose, NJ?
No, sorry.
You know that app we've been banging on about?
Oh,
via the app.
The app.
It's clever, isn't it? Getting the fans to choose via the app and not Twitter. I thought that was kind of cool. And Jack Swagger wins this match by count because the WWE Universe voted for Jack Swagger over Alberto Del Rio, a babyface. So you got 2 heels going up against each other. The fans didn't give a shit. Jack Swagger won by count out.
With the big fact that Del Rio now as a face is so over, you heard the crowd doing and that Ricardo does, chanting for Del Rio. But for some reason, when it comes to Del Rio versus Swagger, Swagger beats Del Rio. No, WWE, you rigged it.
Yeah, they rigged the app. What a surprise. And Del Rio comes out at the end and ends the segment on top. I think the app booked that finish. Do you?
I really do.
Yeah, I think the app definitely. Do you think the app booked the Divas match that we got next? Natalya versus AJ Lee with Caitlyn and the Bellas on commentary. Do you think the app determined how bad the Caitlyn and Bella's commentary was going to be?
That's the thing. You made the important thing. The match, yes, because I want to talk about the ending, but the match was not focused on the match. It was the commentary. You heard the commentary more than the in-ring action. You heard the argument, this mystery boyfriend, which is Cody Rhodes. True, which is Cody Rhodes. But the thing I'm thinking right here, right now, is that AJ, for once, I'm going to compliment how she won this match.
What, via the app? Who the hell cares? It's a Divas match. Who gives a shit?
AJ, submission.
Good. Not even I care. Lesnar versus Triple H in the face-off. Might as well have been a sleep-off for me because I didn't even have any notes because I fell asleep during this main event. I'm sorry, NJ. The 3rd hour kills me. I'm sorry. I just fell asleep. I had to. I was so tired.
My compliment for this is that, again, yes, it's the typical, Triple H calling Brock insulting thing. But when he called that, are you going to be Heyman's bitch and all that, it really brought him to the ring. Triple H comes out on top. They didn't finish with the pedigree. They finished with a smash into the cage door, knockout Heyman. So that set up just great promo work from Triple H. But it really, they advertised the cage a lot, that's what I'll say.
Do you think I'll be able to watch this main event segment through the app? Because I missed it, so I need a way of watching it again. Do you reckon I can do it through the app?
Yeah.
I reckon WWE might allow me to do that. And yeah, they do love making Brock Lesnar look like a bitch and making Triple H look like the dominant, don't they? But there we go. Yeah, so this Raw, it was all right. It started off fine, but I'm sorry, the third hour just kills it for me every time, and that just sums up Raw for me lately. At least we got 3 matches announced for the pay-per-view and some decent hype going into some of the matches.
Which, people, is this Sunday, which on Saturday you'll hear our prediction, so make sure you tune into that.
Yes, and put your thoughts and comments on this edition of Raw, and make sure you catch up with all the latest details on the British Fist through our app. Yes, thank you very much for watching this review. From me, Mr. Parkin, this guy sitting next to me, NJ.
What's up?
Go subscribe to the app. Goodbye.